Well, this was a continuation of the celebration of our 50th anniversary. And as you know, one of the ways we celebrated our anniversary was to put together a photo exhibit of images that captured Washington, D.C. as our photographers captured it over the last 50 years of our existence. But it dawned on me during this historic 75th anniversary of NNPA's and during Black Press Week, is that, you know, so many of our photographs, so many of our newspapers, so much of our history is being discarded. So it was important for me to share not only with the African American newspapers that were in Washington, but the community at large, on the importance of preserving our history.
That was a great event. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Washington Informer. We had an amazing photo exhibit. We had a great panel to talk about the importance of preserving African American history, the importance of each family taking the time to preserve our legacy. It's all about celebrating our legacy and making sure that our young people are fully informed of not just the terrible things, but the good things that come as a consequence of our history.
We had, as I said, we had a great panel. We had a representative from the Moorland Spingarn Research Center at Howard University. We also had the archivist of the Afro-American newspaper, the paper is over 100 years old, and she's been maintaining that history. And then we had two photographers, Sharon Farmer, who has been photographing for years, was also one of the first African-American White House photographers. She worked under the Clinton administration. And Roy Lewis, you know, who's been shooting for over 50 years, about 60 years, and so he has a whole history of photographs. And then Freddie Allen, who's a writer for the NNPA Wire Service, and Sam Collins, who is starting brand new with the new publication that's a part of the Washington Informer called W.I. Bridge.
A tremendous experience. The first thing that I have is a sense of joy and thanksgiving, because Denise Rolark Barnes was my law school classmate, and she was a leader in my law school class and doing phenomenal things. And to see her here celebrating their 50th anniversary is just a tremendous thing.
And also answering the question why it's important to do so. And so I thought we had a great panel of people who are archivists and folks from Moorland Spingarn Research Center, who are the repository, and the others, photographers and others, writers, to tell what goes into the photographs they shoot and the stories they write as it relates to preserving our history. And then once it's written and photographed, what do we do to maintain it?
I'm encouraged. It was a great event. Anytime we have a chance to dialogue among ourselves, it's always a positive outcome.
The Washington Informer, attorney Denise Rolark Barnes, now publisher Denise Rolark Barnes, her dad and her mother, who was at the time her stepmom, who was Wilhelmina, council member Wilhelmina Rolark. They are all near and dear to me and central parts of my early experience in Washington.
I think we had a great audience, though. I'm very happy about the folks that showed up, and most importantly, that we had some of the African American newspapers from around the country who were here for Black Press Week, who got a chance to see our photo exhibit and to be engaged in this conversation. It's good to have people in the room, but the event disappears unless it's recorded. The fact that we have something that documents the fact that this event was held, there are going to be generations of people who I'll never know, you'll never know, because of what you all were able to do to record and hopefully preserve this event.